everyone, and welcome to the third edition of CW39's Live Golf Specials.
Round 2 of Live Golf Houston is now in the books, and we have a four-way tie at the lead as we take a look at that leaderboard right now. There you see Paul Casey, Adrian Meronk, Carlos Ortiz, and David Puig all at -10 today.
Solid tournaments for them so far with one round to go, but look at that. The hometown boy Patrick Reed is just one shot behind, and a couple others there at -8. So let's waste no more time and get out to the course by bringing in the man who's been walking us through this tournament, this crazy tournament, for the last couple of nights.
Of course, he's a golf pro and the host of the Golf Pros Show right here on CW39. Jason Alexander joins us right now. Jason, how you doing? And give us your overall thoughts about Live Golf Houston Round 2.
Electrifying day right here at the Golf Club of Houston. The fans showed up, they showed out. Seth and Brad, energy was high. I think having Patrick Reed in the mix really helps out kind of the vibe of the day. Having him on the leaderboard, but I think I have to ask you guys, I mean, the top four here tied for the lead. I don't think anybody would have expected these four to be leading the golf tournament. So it's going to be a wild finish tomorrow. We've got a lot to talk to. I can't wait to dive in here on day 2.
Absolutely. 4 people tied for the lead, Paul Casey being one of them. That's kind of a better-known name. Let's talk about this David Puig guy. What are we seeing from him out there to get to -10 with a share of the lead after 2 rounds?
One of 2 Spaniards on the leaderboard along with Sergio Garcia. And, you know, Puig, we really didn't hear from through a better part of the day. He birdied 5 of his last 7 holes. It was a hashtag heat check finish for David. And all of a sudden, you know, his top finish, I think, is 15th here on the Live Tour. So all of a sudden, you look around and you go, holy moly, I'm tied for the lead, going 1 round to go. So we'll see how he does tomorrow. But he seemed pretty calm in his pressure. Very athletic-looking young man. And we'll see what he's got on Championship Sunday.
Didn't hear much from him on the course. We did hear from him after the round. Take a listen.
Started pretty good. Made a couple good pars at the beginning and kind of get it going around the middle of the round and finished very good, finished strong. And yeah, excited to start scoring a little better and have a chance tomorrow.
Let's go, though, there from Puig to Carlos Ortiz, who had a great round yesterday, 6 under par. Today, though, 4 under, but finding himself at the top of the leaderboard. What did he do right today, Jason?
Yeah, he was a little bit silent as well out of the gate, but had a big run. He birdied 10, 11, 12, and 13, a 4-bagger during the middle of his round that kind of vaulted him up to the leaderboard, top of the leaderboard, I should say, and closed out with a bunch of pars. So, you know, Carlos Ortiz, he's got a very, very solid golf swing. I talked to him yesterday. He said he's trending. He liked his game. He loves playing in Texas. So look out. I think he's going to be a contender tomorrow as well. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Okay, and we got to talk to him as well after round 2. Take a listen.
We've never played the golf course the way it's playing right now. We normally play it overseas, so I like it. I mean, it's a good golf course if you're hitting it good off the tee. So I've been driving it really well. So it's playing on my favor right now. So I like it.
Well, we have one person who led after round 1, or at least was in a share of the lead, and is also in the share of the lead after round 2. We're talking about Adrian Meronk. How does he look out there to you, Jason?
Well, that's the one good thing, guys. When you're leading after round 1, you don't have to shoot another 700 to still be near or in the lead in round 2. He got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but 3 under par, 69. He kind of held his ground a little bit, and that's the good. Like I said, the good thing. You got to have one of the 2 days go deep. He did that yesterday. He didn't have to today, and he's still right there at T1. This guy's won 5 his professional wins. He's won 5 times in 5 different countries. I think he'd like to add Houston, Texas to the resume.
Absolutely. Well, we see number 6 on this weekend. Let's get his thoughts on his round right now.
Can just, you know, hope to play well tomorrow. It's gonna be exciting. Every score counts, so anything can happen tomorrow.
Well, you know, another guy, though, Jason, who you've been talking a lot about. You picked him in the preview special. You're making us all look foolish. So talk about Captain America. Talk about P. Reed. 1 stroke away from that leaderboard. He could find himself in it Sunday in Houston. Home field advantage isn't such a thing in golf. Tell us.
You know, he birdied 12 and 13, which I believe he started on 3. So right around his 10th, 11th hole, he's sitting there in the lead. And, you know, he pars his last 7 holes. I think I talked to him a bit after the round. He had a chance to really kind of stretch it a little bit. Had a couple lips, but made a big up and down on his last hole. Cashed a big sliding 8-footer to get in the house. So I like when he's the hunter and not the hunted. He'll tell you either way he's cool, but I like him being one shot back, and look out for Captain America. The story has been written. He's just got to go out there and shoot a 65.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if he could take it home in front of the hometown crowd? It would be awesome. Let's go ahead and hear what Patrick had to say about after his round.
The final rounds, it's kind of been one of those things, I mean, all the rounds really, where I feel like I do a lot of things really well and just kind of miss a putt here or there, or hit a poor shot here or there, and just, the number doesn't really add up for how I feel like I'm playing and hitting the golf ball. And, this week, I mean, so far I still feel like I've left a decent amount of shots out there the first 2 days, and, we're in great position going into tomorrow.
Now, something kind of surprising happened about 6 holes in for Jon Rahm. We knew yesterday he had kind of a foot issue of some sort, but it seemed like he would be able to power through it. But he's got the U.S. Open coming up next weekend, and he outright withdrew. What do you know about this, Jason?
Yeah, he had a cup between his toes. I don't think I've ever heard of Jon Rahm withdrawing from a golf tournament ever. So it obviously was pretty serious. He definitely wanted to protect it going into Pinehurst next week and get it healed up. And I was joking with my buddies. It's either that or he wasn't going to win here. He wanted to get out of the heat and get up to North Carolina and get some practice rounds in for the U.S. Open. I say that jokingly, but Rabo's one of the toughest guys out here. So obviously he needs to protect that toe, get it healed up, and try to win the U.S. Open next week.
Yeah, and he was the favorite, at least according to the Vegas odds, going into this tournament. So he is out. How about that?
He's out of it, but a guy who can still find his way into it is the points and money leader here in the LIV Golf Tour this season. That's Joaquin Niemann. What have you been seeing from him out there on the links?
Joaquin played with Patrick today, so I got to watch him play a better part of his round. And, I'm telling you, Seth and Brad, we all want to swing the golf club like him. He just hits this low power cut, very controlled. So I think Joaquin, when it comes down to whether he can win or not, it just comes down to his putter. So if he gets a hot flat stick, tomorrow, look out. Joaquin Niemann can take home another LIV title, and he's obviously been one of the top players on this tour here the last 2 years.
I think Jason knows a thing or two about golf. What would you say? I think we could throw any name at him right now, and he'd have a little tidbit for us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, thanks for being with us. We'll check in with you again later in the show, get your thoughts on a couple other guys, and our look ahead for tomorrow. And right now, we need to take a quick break right here on CW39's break on CW39's LIV Golf Tournament show. We'll be right back.
I'm a political junkie. It is definitely my nature. It's the hard work of politics, of coming together to solve what seem to be insoluble problems. If you can bring together people with real expertise, you might be able to crack that walnut open a little bit for folks so that they can demystify what's going on in Washington.
News Nation's The Hill Sunday with Chris Starwalt.
Sunday at 10 on CW39 Houston.
I struggled for over 3 years to obtain a lost family heirloom from the United States government, a Purple Heart my grandfather received after being wounded in Europe during World War I. I reached out to Congressman Wesley Hunt's office for help. 9 months later, and after countless hours spent on my family's behalf, Wesley Hunt and his team notified me that a replacement Purple Heart would be on its way. Because of Congressman Hunt, my grandfather's Purple Heart now sits framed in my mother's dining room, and his legacy will be remembered throughout my family for generations to come.
As a combat veteran myself, I know how important these issues can be. Are you or someone you know struggling with a federal government agency? My team and I stand ready to help. I'm Wesley Hunt. I'm honored to be your congressman, and my team and I will continue working for you.
Paid for with official funds from the office of Congressman Wesley Hunt.
Experience the future of golf at X Golf Katy. Enjoy the world's most accurate golf simulator and beat the summer heat. Savor delicious food, tee off, and drink on while having endless fun. Perfect for all skill levels. X Golf Katy. Play, train, entertain.
Hello, everyone. Your favorite pro, Jason Alexander here. Now, we're putting the fun back in Saturday nights right here on the Pro Show, where we'll have Vince Young, Steve Spurrier, Patrick Reed, Austin, and friends. So make the switch to CW39, and we'll see you all on Saturday night.
Well, back from break with a look at the clubhouse at the Golf Club of Houston, the site of Live Golf Houston, which now is done with round 2 and on to round 3 tomorrow. And Brad, the players are taking on each other, of course, a vigorous competition. They're also taking on Mother Nature. One of the big storylines has been the heat and the humidity.
You're absolutely right, Seth. And earlier today, we talked to Catherine Olivarde. She is a member of the Live Golf tournament operations staff about what guests can do to cool down and have fun. And she also tells us about how people from all over the world have come to Houston to enjoy Live Golf.
It is going good. It is hot, but it is fun. Plenty of hydration stations around the course, including the Houston Hideout, where you can go in, sit down, take a break, and there's mist and fans. I would say number 1, go to the merch shop, because it's AC and you can shop and get a cool hat like this. There's lots of shade trees and shade along the course. And we do have the hydration stations along the course. You can fill up your personal water bottles as well. Tomorrow, Championship Sunday, it's going to be fun. It's going to be down to the wire. We're going to celebrate with champagne at the end of it all. We know that people are coming from Kansas, they're coming from Mexico, they're coming all over from the city of Houston to come to Live Golf and experience what we get to do every day. If you don't have your tickets yet, come tomorrow, come see what we're about. Live Golf But Louder. So listen to music, meet some friends, and have a blast. CW39 Houston, thank you for coming. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
And if you're heading to Live Golf Houston tomorrow for the final round, CW39 Chief Meteorologist Adam Kruger has a forecast for you.
I'm going to spoil the surprise a little bit. It's going to be hot, y'all.
I'm meteorologist Adam Kruger here with your forecast for Sunday, the final round, and it looks like it's going to be pretty similar to what we've seen these last few days. Hot and kind of humid as well. The humidity is going to make it feel like it's in the 100s, with the actual temperature on Sunday right around 94 degrees. In fact, of the last couple of days, this might actually be the hottest feeling day as that humidity continues to build up a little bit more. This is the reason why. Not like it's a strong wind, but that wind is coming in from the Gulf, so that makes it more muggy. In general, that heat index 100 to 105. I wouldn't be surprised if we topped out around the top of that range, maybe right around 105 during the hottest part of the day. That's usually right around 3, 4, 5 p.m. Also, you'll see there is a 10% chance for rain on Sunday, which means I wouldn't be surprised if there's 1 or 2 little dots on the radar, maybe a minor shower. If that happens, it's going to be quick moving, kind of just coming in, going real quick. Should be really minor impact. Very low chance there's any thunder or lightning out of this. Maybe just, again, a couple of spotty showers, which would start from the Gulf and drift northward through the area. But other than that, we expect mostly dry weather, and again, it's going to be hot. It's going to be muggy. If you're out there, make sure you're using common sense when it comes to the heat, sunscreen, seek some shade, and stay hydrated. And of course, enjoy yourself out there on Sunday.
Well, it's going to be hot and humid, so you were right. You spoiled the surprise for us.
I definitely ruined that surprise. But, man, playing golf in the heat, it's kind of summer in Texas, and these guys have about 4 million reasons to do it. That's the purse for the winner of the individual competition of Live Golf Houston. So keep that in mind. We'll be right back, folks. Stay with us.
Looking for an affordable way to dramatically transform your yard plus increase the value of your home? Texans Turf brings beauty to every space. From putting greens to play areas for your children and the family dog. Texans Turf holds up to Houston's weather and eliminates watering, mowing, and fertilizing. No more mud, always clean, always green. Texans Turf is Houston's top-rated artificial grass specialist. Rated 5 stars in Google. Commercial or residential, no project is too big or too small. Texans Turf, Houston's top-rated artificial grass specialists.
Hi, I'm Brian Pope, attorney and partner at the Cochran Firm, Texas, here with my law partner, Larry Taylor Jr.
We know that reaching out for an attorney can feel a bit overwhelming. Answering questions about your case might not always be a breeze.
If you've been involved in auto accident, trucking accident, personal injury, or experienced a wrongful death of a loved one or friend, we're here to support you.
Call Cochran, Texas today for an attorney who understands your needs, your case, and your pathway to justice.
How can we help the body heal itself? At Houston Methodist, we're transplanting a partial liver from a living donor, regenerating 2 healthy livers, and saving a life sooner.
We're also developing a regenerative mesh to heal the most complex bone fractures and ensure lasting strength.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Welcome to Doctors Inc., your premier provider of top medical care in Houston. Meet our team of top trusted doctors. They're not just experts in their fields, they're your neighbors. We believe in supporting your wellness journey with only the best. That's why we offer a wide range of premium healthcare products in all our convenient locations. Expert medical providers, premium healthcare products, Texas-sized care. Doctors Inc. Health starts here.
I like the music. I like the way it's very chill. Everyone's in a good mood. The swag. I think I'm wearing a Smash hat, right? The air-conditioned tents.
Yeah. It was so much fun. I'm coming back.
I like the music. It's very relaxed, chill.
Yeah, getting to experience these pros really go out there and do what they do best. Yeah.
The atmosphere, you and everything around us. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Music's definitely something you notice when you're watching the broadcast. Definitely different than other golf leagues where it's, be quiet, everybody. You got the bumping tunes.
I'd be there in the air-conditioned tents. But, remember, in Live Golf, the players aren't just playing as individuals. They're members of 4-man teams as well.
That's right. You heard that guy talk about having a Smash hat on. That's one of the many teams. And here's a look at the leaderboard after day 2 of the tournament. And on top we have, well, these are the individuals. Let's see if we can get the team up there. There we go. Pitbull would love it. Fireballs. GC, 26 under par. This is Torque GC. I heard on the broadcast today. I thought it was Torque, but it is still the individuals keep popping up. We're going to see if we can get back to the team in a moment, but they're just 4 back. We got 2 tied at 21, and we need to mention Legion 13. That is John Rahm's team. They're going to have a substitute play on their squad because he withdrew from the tournament. You're going to have 4 scores for the team competition on the last day of the tournament, so they're not doing very well, and they're going to have a fellow named Ben Campbell join them for 1 round tomorrow. We will let you know how it all turns out in our show tomorrow night.
Something that distinguishes Live Golf from other tournaments is that it gives back to the community it visits with its Potential Unleashed initiative.
CW39 Houston Happens host Maggie Flecknoe got the honor of being the bearer of some very exciting news for one Houston nonprofit. Check it out.
Well, Live Golf Houston, they may come and go, but they leave a lasting impact in their community. I'm so excited because my friend Trey the Truth is out here. I have a very special surprise for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready for this?
That's always a good thing because, I bless others, so it's a good thing, man.
Well, I am about to bless you. I don't know if you know about this, but Live Golf, they're all about giving back to the communities that they show up in. In fact, Potential Unleashed is Live Golf's comprehensive social impact and sustainability strategy aimed at enabling and inspiring a better future through sport of golf. And we have been hit time and time again. I mean, this golf course didn't look like this that long ago because of the storms we've already had this season.
It was one yesterday.
I know.
And we were.
And here we were. And then Angel by Nature, though, this is what you do. You give back.
Yes,
so tell us a little bit about Angel by Nature.
The whole goal, of course, my record label and everything is ABN, but I always make sure I keep the letters to mean something. So Angel by Nature, one of the foundations that we created is just being there for the people. A lot of times disasters, hidden situations happen, and people like to take time to plan and figure it out, but people need help right then and there, and we're the people that get out on the front line, man. And
well, we're here to ease some of the stress from you. So Live Golf would like to present you with a check. $75,000. How do you feel?
You do not have to do that. I'm over appreciative, man. Like we really get out and try and do our best to help as many people, man. This actually will come in handy because for every 200-300 people I help, now I can help an extra 200-300 people. Like that's a true blessing.
Well, I couldn't think of someone more deserving than you. You truly are an angel by nature. And Live Golf, this is why I love you. Leaving a lasting impact. Maggie Flecknoe reporting here at CW39 Houston.
You saw Live Golf helping the Houston community, Seth.
That's really awesome. They come into the community, play golf, and give back. That's pretty awesome. We're going to have one more check from the course when we come back, so stay with us.
You're watching CW39 Houston.
Live Golf will be right back.
Live Golf will be right back.
Stay tuned for more Live Golf on CW39 Houston. Woo!
Can you dig it, sucker?
Paid monetary spokesperson for Walker, Texas Lawyer.
Hey, what's up? This Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer, and I've been crushing opponents in the ring for over 30 years. But Walker, he's been crushing insurance companies for over 40. Hey, if you need some help, call Walker. Now, can you dig that?
If you've been injured in an accident, put 40 years of experience on your side and call Walker, Texas Lawyer today.
Buy Gallery Furniture Tempur-Pedic mattress, 4,000 plus, free delivery to your home tonight, and sleep great every night. And if the Texas team wins the college football championship game January 20th in Atlanta, your purchase is free, free, free. Or if the Texas team wins the pro football championship game February 9th in New Orleans, your purchase is free, free, free. Buy a Tempur-Pedic mattress, 4,000 plus. Sleep great tonight. If the Texas team wins the championship game, your mattress is free, free, free.
Experience culinary excellence at Irma's Southwest in Houston. Savor exotic Mexican food, meticulously crafted for superb flavor and unparalleled quality. Whether you're planning a corporate luncheon, a milestone celebration, or an intimate gathering, let us cater to your every need. A bespoke menu tailored to your preferences, ensuring a culinary experience that dazzles your guests. From elegant weddings to lively cocktail parties, create unforgettable moments with us as your host.
Spring into adventure now during Kramer Chevy GMC's Summer Drive Sales Event. This month, get up to $12,000 off MSRP off 24 Chevy Silverado Customs or up to $9,000 off 24 GMC Sierra 1500 Pros. Heavy duties, you pick up to $6,000 off MSRP on select 2024 Chevy 2500 HD Customs or 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 HD SLEs. Visit us today in Livingston or online at KramerChevyGMC.com.
Greatest golfing experience on the planet right here.
I like this tournament. I would like them to move this to maybe March timeframe or November, but it's a great tournament.
Just being out here and being with such a cool little circuit.
It's a different experience. I mean, PJ is very structured, and this is a little more lighthearted, a little more party atmosphere. It's fun.
Having a really good time there at the Golf Club of Houston up in Humble for sure. Live Golf Houston entering its final round tomorrow. And a fellow who's been with us this whole time, he's having a good time out there as well. Let's welcome back in Jason Alexander. We've got a lot to talk about still with you.
Yeah, we still got a lot to talk about, Jason. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about Sergio Garcia, and his play and what we can expect to him in that final round. He's coming up tomorrow.
Also, he played with P. Reed as well with Joaquin, and Sergio's his iron game is still one of the best on the planet here, gentlemen. And so obviously Sergio's all about his putter as well, and he's got the claw working. He made some really, really nice 5- and 6-footers today. So can he hold up? Sergio wins. Sergio contends and he wins. Sergio has 28 putts tomorrow. He's going to hoist the trophy up on this big stage.
Yeah, he's got a big following, of course. He's been around in golf for a long time. You could see him winning this tournament. A couple of guys we were sitting around yesterday thinking maybe they will win. They were at -7, tied for the lead going in. We're talking about Martin Kaymer. We're talking about Kaylen Surratt. Let's talk about Kaymer first. He's still in this. He's not too far back, but did he struggle a little bit? Finished even on the day?
He did. I really expected Kaymer to really go backwards, which he didn't go backwards. He shot even par, but that's moving backwards in this field on this golf course. And then Caleb Surratt, really shocked. I thought today was going to be his day, and it wasn't. He had an early double bogey on his second hole and just really couldn't right the ship. I think that got him a little bit rattled, but hopefully he'll come back tomorrow. Like I said, sweet young man, and with a big future ahead of him. We're going to hear his name quite a bit over the next 10 to 15 years. Let's hope he has a good round tomorrow to kind of put a cap on a good event.
That video you just saw there was his tee shot on number 2 going basically into the woods. He then shot this way and hit a bunker. It was a mess for him. I hated it.
Yeah, we thought that him going into it, 20 years old, first year as a pro, that he can maybe get the job done. I mean, what does this do to your mentality as a golfer? At 20 years old, you have the lead on day 1 and day 2, not so much.
I think for a young player, it's good to get in the mix. He hadn't been in the mix at all, guys. And so, shoot 7 under yesterday, he felt what it was like to tee off in round 2 on a weekend with a lead in a big-time golf tournament. So I think he's going to capitalize on the round yesterday moving forward. It's got to give him some confidence to know he's got that in his back pocket, that he can go deep. It's just how you handle the nerves on the weekend. So you got to be there to feel them and then adjust from there.
Okay, well, if you were with us Thursday night, rather, we had our picks of who's going to win this thing. And, well, the guy on the right side of the screen is the happiest right now. Let's go over Brad and my picks. There, I'll start. Bryson DeChambeau, I had such great hope for you, and I still do. You're only 5 strokes back, tied for 17th. We'll see what happens.
Well, and Phil Mickelson 6 strokes back, okay? Tied for 20th, -4. Had a better round today than he did yesterday. I feel a little bit more confident now.
And your buddy Booker T was with us, and what did he go with?
Yeah, Cameron Smith tied for 20th as well, right in there with one Bill Phil at -4. And then Patrick Reed, P. Reed, Captain America.
Go ahead and let us have it, Jason. You said it was going to be Patrick Reed this whole time, the hometown boy.
I want to tread lightly here, guys. All 3 of those guys you just mentioned, those players, they're on my "Are you scared to go deep" list tomorrow. Because a 64, they can all still win this golf tournament. Let's not go to sleep on any of them. You know, I think Patrick's pocketed right now where a 66 gets it done. I think around 15 under par is going to be, I think 16 under wins clean, 15 under's in a playoff. So you never know, a 62 or 63, all those gentlemen can shoot that. So I don't want to eat too much crow in case one of your guys lights it up on Sunday.
Well, let's hope they light it up. Any idea if they're going to set up the course even more difficult, pin placement or anything like that tomorrow? Are you getting any advisement out there about that?
A bit. I did talk to a couple of tournament coordinators, and I think it's going to be a little status quo. Yeah, they want to keep it fun for the fans. They want to see a lot of birdies, and the setup's good. There's not a whole lot of defense out here. The fairways are so wide, so they're going to tuck some pins coming down the stretch for the leaders. Of course, 18, I guarantee, is going to be back left, and so if you got to birdie the last hole to win, you're going to have to challenge that water coming in on your approach shot. So, and I want to tell you one other thing, Brad. I did get you a High Flyers hat. Okay, I'm going to bring it to the studio when I see you next time.
Man, I tell you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Jason. I appreciate that.
It's just too cool for me. Thanks, Jason. We'll check in again with you tomorrow night. Well, as we have been saying, the final round of Live Golf Houston is tomorrow, sadly. It wraps up, of course. We hope you join us again, though, for a recap of all of the action.
Our last Live Golf special starts at 9:30 tomorrow night, and we'll have a look at the champion that's being crowned and highlights from a day that'll no doubt be action-packed. That's, again, tomorrow night, 9:30, right here on CW39.
And, of course, there are those of you who might want to show up at the course yourself. Well, go ahead and get your tickets in advance. You can go to the final round if you haven't been to the other 2. There's not like attendance taken, and now you've earned your right to go out there in the heats. Do take those precautions, though. You can get your tickets at livegolf.com, and I put a link to it as well on our website, CW39.com. So several ways you can do it. Just be ready to sweat, but also watch some great golf action, the final round of Live Golf Houston.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to one more show tomorrow night. We'll see you at 9:30 right here on CW39.